Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. Make sure that you subscribe before you leave, that way you'll never miss out on another video. So as you guys know, I've been doing a video every single day about every single zodiac and the 2020 predictions for each zodiac. Today we're going to be focusing on Scorpio. I've already done Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgos are already up. So if you guys are in those signs, your reading is already up. If your birthday falls between October 23rd through November 21st, you are a Scorpio, and your ideal crystal would be a citrine crystal. Citrine crystal is the stone of manifestation, of happiness, joy, cheer, laughter, warmth, just overall very good, positive energy, and this is the stone of wealth. So it brings in money, prosperity, wealth, and happiness. And you guys are natural go-getters. You guys are natural manifestors. So citrine will just enhance that natural ability that you have within yourself to manifest quicker than other zodiac signs. If you guys are interested in any crystals here, then go ahead over to my Etsy store. These will be up soon. Not the moon ones, those are mine, but the rest of these I am charging and working on these, cleansing them and activating these. So they will be up in my store soon. I did shuffle the cards before I turned the camera on so that we could save a little bit of time and just get right into the reading. So that's what we're going to do. I think that out of all the zodiac signs, this is the sign that the most cards popped out, the most messages came out. So let's go ahead and see what the universe is trying to tell us, what is coming in 2020 for all my Scorpios. All right. The first card I see is Soul Cage, rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. This is big. So I feel like in the year 2019, you felt very suffocated, very trapped, limited, and like there was restrictions placed on you. You know, there was a lot of rules placed on you that you didn't necessarily agree to or follow. I also see maybe it had to do with court, or maybe there was like, you know, a case going on, or maybe you were in a relationship that it was too restricted, it was too controlled, or maybe like your parents were trying to control you too much. It was something of that kind of energy where you just felt like you were being controlled, where you were trapped and you were just suffocated. Maybe it was the place you were living at. Maybe it was your job or whatever it was. Expect it to not control you anymore in 2020. That's what I want to say. You're coming out of that. No longer are you going to feel restricted. No longer are you going to feel like somebody is controlling you, like you have so many rules over your head. Scorpios, this is your time. You are going to be free in 2020. You're going to be a free spirit. You're going to roam around free to do whatever you want, to feel the way you want, to express yourself the way you want, and to live your life the way that you want, the way that aligns with you. Not something that someone else has pushed on you or that you might have felt like you were obligated to do. So expect freedom, a lot of freedom energy in the year 2020. Now that comes to the next card, which is sacrifice. There are those worth making and there are those that will destroy you. Here's what's been going on. I feel like you have been making those sacrifices that were slowly destroying you, that were eating you up. Like there are sacrifices that, we make, you know, in order to fulfill our dream, in order to get ahead, in order to, you know, just sometimes you have to make certain sacrifices, right? But I feel like the ones that you were making, you didn't really want to be making those sacrifices. And they were just taking a piece of you away from you, if that makes sense. And so in the year 2020, you're going to be making those sacrifices that you want to be making. The sacrifices that you're going to be making are going to be for you and to better your life and to push you further ahead in the pathway that you want to go on. You're no longer going to be making those sacrifices for people, for your job, you know, that you don't really want to, that was actually draining and sucking the life out of you. So expect that to stop as well. I feel like there is going to be a period of break, a period of like time out in 2020. You're going to take, I feel like it's going to be like a few weeks to a month to maybe over a month of a vacation in the year 2020. Now, this opportunity to do this vacation or to take this break may come to you from the universe, just presenting itself as a surprise. Maybe if you're in a relationship, your partner may surprise you and just be like, hey, we're taking a month off and we're going to just enjoy ourselves. Or maybe you're just going to take a break from work, quit your job that you just hated so much and take a break, and then finally come into a job where you're happy, you know. Or maybe you're going to be leaving an extremely toxic relationship that you didn't want to be in, within like a month, I feel like you're going to find a really good connection, you know, with someone else that is better aligned with you. So definitely you're taking a time out where you're going to, there's a lot of self-awareness going to be happening. There's a lot of contemplation where you're going to be thinking about what you want and what you don't want. Solitude, where you can finally hear your own thoughts aside from it being influenced by other people. You're going to receive a lot of mental clarity next year. And time alone. I feel like this is something you've been kind of longing for. You've really wanted time to yourself. And I feel like that's another thing you were sacrificing, is all your time was going into work, people, you know, home life, and you never really got that time for yourself to nurture yourself. You know, I see a lot of you guys took care of other people, whether it was children, pets, parents, whoever it was. But maybe you were taking care of people at your work, you know, maybe you worked with the elderly, whatever it was, but you were taking care of others, and that was draining your life force somehow. It was just draining you. So expect that in 2020 for your energy to come back to you. You're going to be focusing a lot on you and taking care of yourself, growing, you know, spiritually growing, and just putting yourself first again. Transparency. Something that is going to come from all this is you being completely honest with yourself and others. You're going to come into your own authenticity, which I feel like you're going to start to express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself, which means you're going to start to dress the way you want to. You're going to start to do your makeup the way you want to. You're going to probably get a haircut and cut your hair the way you want to. You know, you're going to start to just do things and express yourself physically outside. Like physically, you're going to express yourself in a different way where people are going to be like, hey, like, that's different, but I like it. You know, why didn't you try it before? And you're just going to be like, you asshole, like, you know, like, you're the one that stopped me, or you asshole, like, you knew I was making all these sacrifices for, and I couldn't do this before. And now you're just, like, I don't know, it feels like when somebody compliments you on your new look, you're just going to be irritated because it's like a long time coming and you deserved it. And people knew you deserved it, but nobody like told you or nobody supported you. And now it's like, that's where your authenticity and honesty comes from, is like, I'm going to put myself first. And all you guys knew that I should have been putting myself first, but you guys were just taking advantage. You know, you guys just let me wash myself away. Like, you guys just let me neglect myself. And now I'm putting myself first. You know, it's kind of that kind of energy. Really good energy for you, you know, as an individual, as your own free spirit. That's a really, really good sign. So let's see what other cards came up for you guys. Scorpios. Blinded to pain. This is another thing that like comes with that sacrifice card, is I feel like a lot of your own pain, a lot of your own struggles, you kind of pushed it down, you suppressed it, you brushed it under the rug, and you wouldn't really allow yourself to look at it and face it and handle it. And that's because you were so busy with other things and other people. And it caused a lot of mental cloudiness. I feel like a lot of confusion about your life, where you're headed, who you really are. These were a lot of questions that kept coming up in the year 2019 for you, but you never took the time out to dive into these questions and really answer the call. The time is now. So the time is now for you to start answering these questions about who am I? What do I want from my life? What makes me happy? What do I want to make my lifestyle look like? Who do I want to keep in my life? Who do I want to get rid of? All these questions, Now in 2020, early 2020, I feel like you're going to get a clearer picture of what it is you want, what it is you don't want. And it's okay to take your time answering these questions. I feel like in the year 2020, it's going to be a slow and steady realization of who you are, of your abilities, your strengths, your gifts, your talents, your psychic abilities. That's all going to, like, your mental fogginess is clearing up in 2020, and you're going to start to notice this as soon as the new year hits. It's like this shift in your mindset, and it's going to help you see things clearly. It's going to help you answer so many questions you had that only you could answer, and it's going to create new vibrations in your life, which is going to create new opportunities, new energy, new experiences, new emotions in your life. You're no longer going to be fogged in and feel so confused and lost and like you're constantly wandering for answers, because the answers are now going to come from within you. Another thing that comes up is love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Another thing I see is in the year 2019, actually I think this goes far beyond 2019, maybe down to your childhood, where you just felt like there was a lack of love. You weren't given, the most nurturing of love, whether it's from parents, childhood, your partner before, or maybe a traumatic relationship, or whatever. Maybe a best friend like stabbed you in the back and you never really learned how to trust again after that. In the year 2020, expect yourself to heal from that. Like, now you're going to trust again. You're going to have faith in love again. And I feel like a huge reason for this is because in 2020, love is going to come into your life abundantly. Whether you're single or in a relationship, expect love to be reborn. Expect people to treat you differently. Expect people to nurture you. Expect people to be genuinely concerned about you, be genuine towards you. People will show their love to you even more, and this is because you yourself are showing yourself how much you love yourself, and that is going to create a huge and powerful energy that is going to vibrate all around you, and people are going to sense it, and people are going to treat you differently because of it. So expect to see like more love in your life in the year 2020. Let's see what else comes through. Patience. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. So another thing I see is you had a lot of misconceptions about love. Like, I feel like you looked at love in a negative light for a long, long time. And in the year 2020, expect that to change. You're going to start to see a lot of love pouring into your life, and it's going to change your perception of what love is. You're going to feel love completely differently than you have felt before. I feel like you're actually finally going to feel it. You're actually finally going to allow yourself to let it in and feel it, Back to what you love. Reevaluate your desires. Another thing I see is that you're going to reignite your passions. So a lot of things that you stopped doing that used to make you really, really happy. Things you sacrificed that you didn't want to sacrifice. Things that you gave up that you didn't want to give up. These things are going to reignite. You're going to find yourself drawn to your hobbies and your passions again. Things where you used to have so much fun doing, you're going to go back to it, and you're also going to realize new things that make you happy, new energies that make you happy, and just new things that you love. New passions, new hobbies are going to come in. And this is all because you're going to be vibrating at a very high love frequency this coming year. Another card I see is surrender your belief in scarcity. So like you believe that there was a lack when it comes to love, that maybe true love doesn't exist, or maybe that like you had these belief systems about love that were unhealthy, that were creating blocks in your love life. And Scorpios, in the year 2020, these blocks are gone. Like, you're going to accept love and you're going to allow it back in. Whether you're in a relationship or you're single, this is for all of you Scorpios out there. This belief that you had that there's not enough love, you're going to see the complete opposite of it. You're going to start to believe in love again. I see that very strongly because you're going to be surrendering to your own power. Like I said, you're no longer going to be living in this restricted kind of a lifestyle. You're going to come into your own full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. I feel like another reason you felt so trapped is because you kind of played it small, so that you wouldn't make someone else feel bad. So you sacrificed your light so that someone else's light could shine brighter. And you put a blind eye to it. Like you were like, it's okay, you know, I'm doing something good. This is a good thing. But, you know, it sucked the life out of you. Like it dimmed your own shine for someone else. And no longer are you going to be doing that in the year 2020. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So this is a huge energy too that's coming in next year, is you taking the blindfold off and really seeing everything for what it is. And then from there, you're going to be deciding with complete control and mental clarity what you want and what you don't want. And you're going to move forward in that kind of a way. And it's going to be very, very good, uplifting, positive changes that are coming that I think you've been waiting for. You have been waiting for these changes. What I see again is healing. You're going to be healing a lot of things within yourself that in 2019 you kind of turned a blind eye to it, and you maybe didn't allow yourself to heal from a lot. And in 2020, it's a lot of healing. A lot of things are going to come. You're going to get closure from a lot of things. And that's going to come to understanding. You're going to understand life in a whole new light. And that's because of all the outpouring of love that's going to come your way in 2020 is going to kind of make you softer. Where I feel like you were really, really hard and tense and stubborn. Like, I'm not going to trust you. I can't trust you. Trust is like not an option. But in 2020, you're going to soften. Like, you're going to be like, you know what? Like, I see the amount of love that this person has for me. I see the amount of love that the universe is pouring into my life, and I'm going to take it. I deserve it. You know, like, why did this person and this person and this person deserve it and I don't? That's like, it's no longer the case. I deserve love now. And another thing I see is you coming into totality. Number 5 is the number of change. So I feel like you're no longer going to feel like you have to do all the work. This is another thing that I was seeing, is like you were putting in a lot of energy and a lot of work, whether it was in your relationship, your home life, your career, whatever. But in 2020, you're not going to have to put in so much work. It's a year where it's a year where you're going to experience a lot more easily. Things are going to flow to you more easily, and that's because of the energies that are coming in regarding love. And this is love in all aspects. Love for your career, love for your life, love for yourself, in your relationships. Love for everything is going to enhance and grow and become like extremely ripe. So I see a lot of love coming next year for you guys, my Scorpios. Expect your relationships to get deeper, more rich, more ripe. Expect your career to feel more aligned with who you are. Expect, your life to become more rich and ripe. Like, I feel like you're going to wake up every morning and just be happy with the life that you've been given, because you're going to start to be grateful for all of the little things that you're experiencing. You're going to experience a lot of beautiful things. The season of sacrifice is changing now to a season of ripeness. A lot of the work you put in, a lot of the things that you've been through, now it has created this energy where now it's finally time for you to enjoy your experiences rather than be afraid, So expect a lot of enjoyment, expect a lot of beautiful experiences in love when it comes to the year 2020. I hope that this reading gave you guys some clarity, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!